This video is for the student who want to pursue their career in the field of design engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss the roles of a design engineer, the typical employer who are going to hire the design engineer, the key skill required by the design engineer, the qualification needed for the design engineering. So let's start the video. So the very first thing, that is role of a design engineer. So the role of design engineer is to transform the ideas into reality. So after identifying the problem, the design engineer works on the problem, and after studying the problem, the design engineer provides some conceptual designs. Then it is a combination of creativity with engineering expertise. So a design engineer should have a creative mind as well as he should have a good engineering knowledge. Design engineers study, research and develop ideas for new product and the system used to make them. So the role of a design engineer is to study the problem, is to research the problem and develop the ideas or develop a new product based on the identified problem. Then the design engineer also modify existing product or the process to increase the efficiency or improve performance. Again, the role of design engineer is to improve the existing product, to improve its performance and to improve its efficiency. Then almost every consumer product, from telephone and medical equipment to the kitchen appliances and the car engines, there has to be design first, and this is the role of design engineer. Design the components. Then they are also concerned with making the products that look good and easy and safe to use. So while designing the component, the design engineer are always concerned with its aesthetic, how it is looking. Then the product should be easy and safe to use. So these parameters are always considered by design engineer. They are also concerned with ensuring that the product can be made cost effective and efficiently. So while designing the component, they always works on the parameter like cost effectivity, its efficiency. Now, what are the tasks performed by the design engineer? So the very first task, studying a design brief. So after identification of the problem, they will study that problem first, okay, and they will provide some conceptual designs. Thinking of possible design solutions. So for one problem, they will provide number of solutions. Then researching whether the design will work and be cost effective. After giving some conceptual designs, again they will study those conceptual design based on its cost effectivity. Then assessing the usability, environmental impact and safety of a design. Okay, so again they will assess those design based on its usability, based on its environmental impact and the safety, because safety is very important parameter. Then after finalizing your conceptual design, they will model that component with the help of CAD softwares. So they should have a knowledge of CAD softwares like Pro-E, CATIA, AutoCAD, Solid Edge, SolidWorks. So with the help of this software, the design engineer model the conceptual design or model the component. After that, they will perform the analysis activity with the help of computer assisted engineering softwares like ANSYS, Nastran. So under analysis, they will act various forces on the component. Then they will act various boundary conditions over the component and will check the various stresses acting over that component and will check whether that component is able to sustain that much load or not. So they should have a knowledge of CAD softwares and CE softwares. And then they will build the first prototype. Then collecting and analyzing the data from the test on the prototype. Then they will test those prototype and collect the data. Okay, then modifying design and retesting them. So after developing the prototype and after testing it, again they will try to modify its design, and after modification again they will test that prototype. Then writing regular progress report and presenting them to the project manager and clients. So after completion of this activity, they write a report, okay, and then they present that report to the managers and to the clients. So these are nothing but the various tasks done by design engineer. Then who are the typical employer who hires the design engineer? So the design consulting firms, then large manufacturing companies, biomedical companies, engineering companies, and consumer good manufacturers. These are some employers who hires the design engineer. Now what qualification and training is needed? So, graduate will need a degree in relevant design engineering discipline such as design engineering, electronics engineering, industrial engineering, mechanical engineering, and product design engineering. And in addition to this, a design engineer should have a thorough knowledge of the design softwares like CATIA, ProE, AutoCAD, ANSYS, Solid Edge, SolidWorks. Now, what are the key skill required for a design engineer? So, a strong mathematical and IT skill. As in design activity, the designer has to apply various loads over the component, has to apply various boundary conditions over the component. That means they have to calculate various stresses acting over the component. So they should have a good mathematical knowledge. Then the IT skill, they should be familiar with the various design softwares like AutoCAD, ProE, CATIA, ANSYS. Then a creative flair and design ability. A design engineer should have a good creative mind. At the same time, they should be able to design the components. So they should have a design ability. Then a good visual and spatial awareness. So they should have a good imagination power. They should be able to imagine the component before its design. Then attention to the details. So a design process is very critical process. You have to give a very clear and very clear attention to the each and every part of your component. So you have to give a detailed attention to each and every part. Then problem solving. So after identifying the problem, a design engineer has to give the solution to that problem. So he should have a problem solving skill. Then written and oral communication. So after designing a component, the design engineer needs to present that component to his manager or to the management or to the client. So he should have a good written as well as oral communication skill. Then commercial awareness. So while designing the component, a design engineer should always think a commercial viability of that component. So he should have a good commercial awareness. Then excellent project management skill. So a design engineer always works on the project. So he should have a good project management skill. Then time management and organizational skill. So a design engineer has to work on the project, and every project has some deadlines. So he should have a good time management skill, as well as a design engineer. A design engineer may lead a group of people, so he should have a good leading skill or the leader skill. So these are some key skill for a design engineer. So thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you.